winning the last 9 while conceding only 1 goal. Juventus make one change to the side that beat Atalanta last time out. Andrea Pirlo returns for his first appearance in just over a month. Claudio Marchisio dropping to the bench. Giorgio Chiellini makes his 300th appearance for the club, while Carlos Tevez has scored 11 goals this season, equaling his total for the whole of last season at Manchester City. Roma welcome back both Daniele De Rossi and the Dutch international midfielder Kevin Strootman for tonight's big game. Michael Bradley from the United States drops to the bench, as does Mattia Destro, who'd scored in all 3 league appearances since returning from injury. Dodo, the Brazilian, continues at fullback with Federico Balzaretti still unavailable. Nicola Rizzoli in the centre there, the referee for this one. He took charge of the Champions League final at Wembley last May. He's on the list for the World Cup in Brazil as well later this year. And 2 of the most iconic figures of all in Italian football in the centre there, Gianluigi Buffon and Francesco Totti. What a meeting of heavyweights here, Stuart Robson.
It certainly is. The 2 best sides in Seria this season. And what a job he's done, Garcia. Certainly different style of play. They've been brilliant on the counter-attack, and Gervinho and Totti will come to the fore in this game tonight. If they play well, Roma could get a result.
Well, Juventus have had a field day in the last couple of home matches they've had with Roma. Antonio Conte, the coach there, his team have won 4-0 and 4-1 in the last 2 seasons in this fixture. It's 13 years since Roma last won the Scudetto. Can they maintain their challenge over the second half of the campaign, or will Juventus just ride off into the distance? Well, this won't be definitive tonight, but it might give us some indication, because Juventus, if they do win this, will be 8 points clear.
And having seen them a lot over the last 2 years, they are an outstanding side, both on the ball and defensively. They know exactly how they want to play the game. He's done a brilliant job, Conte, since he's been in charge. I still think they're the best coached team in Europe.
It's Juventus who will get us underway when referee Rizzoli is finally ready. There's Rudy Garcia, the French coach of Roma. What a job he's done in his first half season in Seria A. And we're underway. Massive game to start the new year. First against second. Juventus in their traditional stripes, kicking from left to right in the first half. Vidal there, furthest forward, but it's cleared away by Benatia. Vidal has rather enjoyed himself against Roma. 3 goals in his last 2 matches against them. Pirlo's got a couple as well, given the ball away this time. Here's Gervinho now for Roma. He's got Pjanic outside him. And it's safely back with Buffon.
There's the danger. It looks as though Gervinho's going to play on the left-hand side of the Castan before getting it wide.
Steiner towards Tevez. What a handful he's proving to be. Lovely touch. Vidal! 1-0 Juventus. It's the first time they've threatened Roma's goal. And Arturo Vidal makes the breakthrough after 16 minutes.
Well, we talked about the ball being played into Tevez. There it is, this time not from a back player, but from a wide player, Steiner. And he turns brilliantly and then sees the run of Vidal, and he's just about onside. There you see Benatia on the 6-yard box. He's just that little bit deeper, but this is the moment where it all happens. De Rossi can't get tight to him. The timing and the weight of the pass is exactly right, and what a good finish. And it usually is from Vidal. For all Roma's good play up to this point, all undone by a moment of brilliant from Tevez.
Yeah, it was brilliant play by Carlos Tevez, wasn't it? Roma thought they were going to stride a little bit, hasn't he, after a slow start, following his arrival from Spain. As Vidal works it wide, this is Steiner, the Swiss international. And away by Daniele De Rossi. Vidal. Look at the space here for Kwadwo Asamoah. And Pogba getting in behind Maicon. Pirlo now trying to find an opening. And Llorente sensed an opportunity for half a second, but Leandro Castan stepped in to concede the corner kick.
Well, it may have been going in at that far post. Benatia got the block. He did well not to foul Laurenti there as he was going for the ball. Good start from Juventus down this left-hand side.
Asamoah. Positive start to the second half from Juventus. They'll get a free kick here as well.
Well, Pjanic is lucky. Doesn't take a booking here. Not good defending. He gets squared up by Asamoah. Can't react to his change of pace and change of direction. He stuck his right arm and right leg out to stop Asamoah getting in behind him.
It's a cynical foul, but it hasn't resulted in a yellow card. Totti, the one-man wall. Pirlo with the delivery, and Bonucci's there. And Roma have got an awful lot of work to do now, as the champions double their lead. Leonardo Bonucci.
Well, it's a simple free kick. Usually when Pirlo takes those, he's looking to hit it into the goalkeeper's chest and get players running across the front of him. This time he picks out Bonucci, who's left unmarked, going round the back. There's a bit of movement. He takes Castan in and then just spins out behind him. Castan's 5 yards away from him. He was the player marking him. It's good movement from Bonucci. Takes him in, spins round the back, and an easy finish. But what a delivery from Pirlo. Inch perfect.
Well, inch perfect. With the free kick. And the ball knocked still. So that's why it's been brought back. Casual from Laic. He's lucky to get that one back, but it was Chiellini just stretching in to reclaim possession, and here he is now, galloping forward, testing the legs of De Rossi, getting all the way to the byline. He was crunched there as well, I think. Chiellini in the corner.
It was a bad foul. He jumped into the tackle. De Rossi, he knew exactly what he was doing, and he may get a red card here. He may get a red card. He's got it.
And he's off. De Rossi off for Roma. And you sense their misery is almost complete on this night in Turin.
Well, he was embarrassed for pace to start with. It didn't look as though he had the legs to get there. And I think if we're seeing it again, he jumps into the challenge. It's a bad challenge. He was trying to hurt Chiellini there.
That was a wild one from De Rossi. A really wild one.
Well, he has got it in him on occasions. He can lose his head. I think he knows the game is up. They haven't really played particularly well. They haven't been able to break down Juventus. That was a wild lunge. High, reckless. Could have done Chiellini all sorts of damage.
Well, Rizzoli, the referee, didn't really have much choice there, did he? It was an utterly pointless challenge from De Rossi.
Mind you, I think he took some advice off the assistant referee, who saw him listen to his earpiece, talking to his assistants.
Pirlo for Juventus. Back in by Chiellini. And had it gone over the line, they're claiming a handball against Castan in the penalty area here.
He could get a red card as well here.
And he could do, and Roma are down to 9. It's a straight red for Castan for handling the ball on the line. 2 sendings off in the space of a minute. Extraordinary.
Well, it's a good header back from Chiellini, right into the danger, right underneath the crossbar. Very difficult to see who put his hand on it. And there he does, he punches it, no question about it. It's a silly challenge to make.
Well, Castan there clearly punching the ball.
And he stops a certain goal because Bonucci would have just headed it in.
Just watch this, to number 5 there.
I think he was saying that he was being fouled, but can't lift your arm up in that way. Well, it's all ended rather sadly for Roma here.
Roma down to 9. And Vucinic now to take the penalty against his former club. It's 3-0. And Roma are starting 2014 in fine style. Roma set to lose for the first time this season, and the champions march on. Their lead is going to go to 8 points.
Good penalty from Vucinic. Castan, definite handball, and the referee had no choice but to send him off. 2 good decisions in the end by the referee, and the game is...
Pirlo. Pogba. Away by Torresides, but it's going to be a throw to the home side inside the last minute of the game.
Well, Roma have got to react well to this defeat. Got to credit Garcia for the work he's done up until this point. Now they've got to get back on track, not let this game wreck their season.
Well, on paper they've got winnable matches coming up, with Genoa at home, then Livorno at home, and a trip to Verona. But you're right, they need to just put this one behind them and get back at it as soon as possible next weekend. Here's Asamoah for Juventus. Maicon being hassled by Quagliarella. And there goes the final whistle. We're not going to have any added time, and we didn't need it because we knew what the final outcome was going to be long before the final whistle. Big game, big win for the champions. Juventus maintain that 100% home record and